Good evening, and welcome to Foundations for Algebra, Unit 4B, Lesson 5. So today's objective is scholars will write equations for geometric sequences. So first of all, how can I write a geometric sequence? So there is a formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. So first thing is, what do all these things mean? So a sub n just represents any term in the sequence. So a sub n will always be there. You'll always write your formula as a sub n equals something. A sub 1 is the first term in the sequence. So if I have the sequence 3, 6, 12, 24, ... the first term is the 3. So that would be our a sub 1. R is the common ratio. That's pretty easy. Now this one's a little bit different. N is the number of the term. So in this one, this is the first term. Then 6 would be the second term. So for each of them, they have a different N. This would be our third term. So the thing with geometric sequences is they only have values at 1, 2, 3. N acts as our input. N is the input. Okay. So how can I use this formula? So here's our formula here. I'm going to give this to you on each page. So here is a sequence. 2, 5, 12.5, 31.25. Not too bad. First question is, what is a sub 1? Well, if you remember, a sub 1 is our first term. So here our first term is 2. The next question asks, what is r? So to find r, we do the second number divided by the first. So 5 divided by 2, which is 2.5. You put that in your calculator. You could also do 12.5 divided by 5. You get the same answer. So r is 2.5. A sub 1 and r are the only two numbers that we're going to actually, or only two variables we're going to actually change out. So our formula is going to be a sub n, that stays. A sub 1 is 2. And then r is 2.5 to the n minus 1. And that's our formula. Not bad. Okay, so let's do this one. What is a sub 1? A sub 1 is going to be negative 1. R is going to be 3 divided by negative 1, which is just negative 3. So our formula is going to be negative 1. A sub n equals negative 1 times negative 3 to the n minus 1. Nice and easy. Okay. So what if I've got the formula? So here you can see the formula over here. Sorry, it's makes it a little easier for me. So you can see the formula over here. What are the first 5 terms? Okay, well, that's not too bad, right? So the first term I know is going to be this right here. So my first term is negative 4. My next term, so this is term 1, and you can see if I did this, negative 4 times 3 to the 1 minus 1 gives me 0. Well, remember, anything to the 0 power is 1. So that's negative 4 times 1, which gives me my negative 4. Okay, so now I need to find the next term. So now I'm going to put a 2 in, because I need to find the second term. So to find the second term, it's negative 4 times 3 to the 2 minus 1. Well, 2 minus 1 is 1. Anything to the first power is just itself, so I have negative 4 times 3, which is negative 12. And then you notice we know our common difference is 3, so negative 12 times 3 is negative 36. Times 3 is negative 108. Times 3 is negative 324. That's my first 5 terms. Pretty easy. Let's look at this next one. Here, I know my first term is 2. My common ratio is 1/4. Well, 1/4 of 2 is going to be 0.5. 1/4 of 0.5 is going to be 0.125. 1/4 of 0.125 gives me 0.03125. And then one more time. Gives me 0.0078125. And of course it keeps going on and on and on. Okay, let's try one more. So, notice this one, I don't see a first term. Whenever we have a first term of 1, we don't write it. So I know in this case, my first term must be 1. Okay, so then on my next one, I know my common ratio is 3, so 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and that's my third term. Fourth term will be 27, and fifth term will be 81. Again, this is n equals 1. This is n equals 2, and so on and so forth. First term, second term, so first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term, and I'm done. Okay, so go ahead and do your practice, and I will see you in class.